It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Megan Thee Stallion gave her first TV interview on CBS Morning's Gayle King, and she shared her version yesterday on how the shooting played out. It was almost 2 years ago. It was in July of 2020 after a pool party at Kylie Jenner's house in Hollywood Hills, should I say mansion. And she talked about a lot of different things. Here's what she had to say about getting shot.
It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But I never put my hands on anybody, and all I hear is this man screaming. He said, "Dance, bitch." And he started shooting. Like, he shot a couple of times. And I was so scared.
So is he in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window shooting. And I didn't even want to move because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before.
Now, Gayle King also asked her about Tory Lanez saying that they had relationships, sexual relations, and whether or not they dated. And here's what happened.
What was the nature of
We were not dating. We were really close. We were friends. We hung out like every day. And his mom passed too. So when I felt like we were bonding over that. And
did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
So why do you think he's putting out the story that the two of you had a relationship and that you're making the whole thing up?
I think that he is trying to deflect from the fact that he committed a crime.
Now, after this night, Megan Thee Stallion also says that Tory Lanez did allegedly apologize and beg her and her, at the time, best friend Kelsey not to say anything.
What is he saying, Tory Lanez saying?
He's apologizing. He's, I'm so sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you offering me money right now? Help me. Like, and if you sorry, just help me. Like,
but at that moment,
we didn't even make it to the house. Like, somebody had already called the police, and it was like so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. Like, it's a hot gun in the car. I'm bleeding. I've been shot. They about to kill somebody. Like, something bad is about to happen.
I could see why somebody would feel like that during that time when a whole bunch of police are around, there's helicopters. Now, she also talked about why she lied and initially said that she stepped on glass.
I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. So I just said I stepped on glass because I didn't
Why did you say that? Why didn't you say he shot me?
I didn't. For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us because I didn't want them to kill us. Like, even though this person just did this to me, my first reaction still was to try to save us. Like, and sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but if it saved all of us from dying, then that's just probably what it was meant to be.
The worst thing about this whole case, and like most cases, is that it's being tried in the court of public opinion. Like, we live in a society that loves to play judge, jury, and executioner. Nobody has access to court transcripts, medical records, so all the information is coming from secondhand sources on social media, and it feels like both parties are trying to convince the public as opposed to trying to convince the court.
Now, Meg Thee Stallion also said the doctor did find bullet fragments. Some people were trying to say that there was no bullet fragments, that there was just glass.
The police questioned me, and I said it was just glass.
You still stuck with that
story? I stuck with it. It was glass. And right as the officers were like, okay, we done with this, we leaving, the doctor came in and he was like, you know, you got bullets in both of your feet. Like, you got fragments in this foot, and it's like right on the back of your Achilles. And I'm like...
There is a medical report that says that there were bullets, that you had been shot. And the medical report also says that to this day you still have
bullet fragments in my feet.
CBS did review the medical report, which stated that she was shot and that major fragments were removed, but tiny fragments do remain to this day. Now, as far as how this has
medical report
affected her, she talks about her anxiety.
I got this wall and I don't want to make any friends, and I'm trying to be as nice as I can to everybody. New people, I probably don't even hold a conversation longer than 30 minutes because I feel like every time I'm talking, I'm like on the verge of tears, and I don't want to have to explain to strangers why I'm crying.
Yeah.
Half the time I just want to pick up the phone and call my mama and be like, what do I do? Like, it's too much, and I feel like I have to hold it in because I have to be strong for so many people.
Oh, Megan. Now, I want to skip ahead to Gayle King because after doing the interview, Gayle King actually spoke about doing this interview and why Megan Thee Stallion is speaking out, because some people are like, why is she doing interviews?
It's very intense and very candid. Keep in mind, guys, this happened 2 years ago, and it still creates a lot of emotion. And I think when something like this happens to you, she claims that she was shot. There's video evidence. She still has we have the medical reports. She still has bullet fragments in her feet even today. Oh my. And the fact that she still sometimes gets dragged online, I think it just got to her. And she wanted to put out her own narrative. And I think that's why she's finally speaking for the very first time. But as you see, it's still extremely, extremely painful for her.
Oh, and she's also doing interviews because Tory was talking. I mean, it's also that simple.
And also, I think social media, people on social media are attacking her, and she wants to put out what happened by her account, so that way people can understand and stop attacking.
But social
her.
media is attacking her based off what
Tory said.
And here's what Gayle King says her hope for Meg Thee Stallion is.
Is the inspiration for speaking out now? Is it closure?
I really do think, Suzanne, she had just had it with people telling her story and that she not speaking out in her own narrative. My hope is that she will resist the urge to go online and see what people are saying. Because you guys know this. You can go down a very dark hole and you can't get out of it. And you can get 100 great comments and you get a couple of cranky Yankees, and that's what you focus on. That's what tears you up. And I hope that she resists that urge. I'm hoping that after this airs, she will feel stronger, she will feel lighter, and she will feel, look, I told my story, and now whether you believe me or not, at least I know the truth. The people that care and support her know the truth.
I agree with Gayle King about those cranky Yankees.
Yeah, I don't like cranky Yankees.
Those cranky Yankees. And salute to Gayle King. She did a great job letting Megan tell her story. I just think that it came off like Megan was trying to convince us that she's telling the truth. And the only place she should be doing that is in the court of law, not the court of public opinion. Like, let the evidence speak for itself when that time comes. They just got to let everything play out in court.
But I understand what Gayle King had to say, that she hopes she does feel lighter about things.
Oh, of course.
And Tory Lanez, in the meantime, is pleading not guilty. He's facing 1 felony count each of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle. He is out on bail right now and facing a maximum sentence of 22 years and 8 months in state prison. And his attorney told CBS Mornings, "We look forward to addressing Ms. Pete's claims, including all its consistencies, discrepancies, and omissions in a court of law."
How do they pick a jury from that, though?
And that's the problem, because it's playing out so publicly.
Right, yeah, because how do you pick a jury?
They got to be swayed.
You're not supposed to be able to hear something. You're supposed to be just...
Yes.
You know? So how do you pick the jury? And then if you do, it's not going to be a jury of your peers, right? Because anybody in our world heard it, both sides.
All right.
And it's like, I think I said yesterday that, Megan seemed defensive in that interview, but it's kind of hard not to be, right? Like if you
It's a lot to go through. It's traumatic.
Truth, yeah. Absolutely.
Like
and she has nobody to talk to. She wants to call her mom. Her mom has passed. Like, who does she talk to? She can't trust new people.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss E. Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Oh, man, 4 after the hour, I need a young woman named Talita Collier of Winter Haven, Florida, to come to the front of the congregation. She is just one of these adults out here that just love to be lying for lying's sake, okay? Some people just love to lie.
I'll put her on Twitter then. All right, we'll get to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.